Share with me that data. 40% of people are frustrated. Is that digital and in-store? And also, we are no longer demographically divided by 20-year gaps. We're really micro tribes. So casting that net to cover a tribe becomes more and more challenging because one may want one thing and one may want the other. Can you comment?
Yeah, 100%. The stat of 40% of users that are frustrated comes from our yearly benchmarks report at Content Square, where we're looking at like over 1 million data points, and we're looking at the big picture. And we do a analysis, and we identify that there are frustrations as part of a digital user experience. And that doesn't mean the physical experience also is either frustrated or not. It's just not part of those benchmarks. I can tell you, as someone that has recently come back to the US, my expectation of what a retail experience has been really diminished since COVID. I'm going into stores that have no stock. I have online experiences telling me they have these things, and I go in there and they don't have them. There are no staff to help me. I really think there is an opportunity for brands to differentiate around that customer experience. One of the points you made earlier was about personalization and also about AI. And I think AI is a tool. It will help us achieve what we need to do in order to get to the personalization. But we also need to remember that AI isn't the outcome. The outcome is still every brand trying to differentiate based on digital experience or customer experience for that matter. Let's go broader. Actually delivering on the customer experience that someone wants. That is the single biggest differentiator when you boil all of these brands down and delivering what people want. Understanding what they want is really hard because you have so many different opinions. We have different ways in which we want to engage, but we have the ability now through the insights, through AI that can collect the information to surface up what you need, and then you can start experimenting and see what works. It's not always a case of, by the way, when things get surfaced, it's not always a case of the customer knows best. Sometimes there are examples of where brands do things that we didn't even know we needed it. I take Spotify as an example that delivers offline playlists to me because I have terrible mobile signal and I'm able to play my music in the car as soon as I get in the car. I didn't even know I needed that feature. Now I absolutely love it, and it's actually stopping me from swapping to the competition.
Got it. Let's just extrapolate a little bit on this data that you're getting. I'm assuming that's through Content Square.
Correct.
Okay, so give me some color around that practice. How you do it, why you do it, and what might be some other data points, maybe two others that.
Yeah, we've got some great data points on it, and I think so our benchmarks report has been running for 5 or 6 years. Content Square is running on over 1 million websites and a lot of e-commerce and retail brands. And what we do is we create a category and we look at the user experience of people over that year, and then we break it down by industry, what's happening in that industry. We have reports specifically for e-commerce, and then we can also do comparisons for retail brands as they see fit against whether they're a premium brand or a different technology brand, for instance. What the statistics show, big picture, 40% of users are frustrated. Most of that frustration comes from errors. Most of that frustration comes from speed. There's a reason why every time Apple and Google and Amazon release their apps, the number one bullet point every single time is speed fixes and bug fixes. So even the best in the business are still trying to fix errors and speed errors. And if you look into it consistently, every brand, this is an ongoing, continuous thing that needs to happen. The other big stats are 5% reduction in conversion year on year. That means also there's been a reduction in traffic. The reduction in traffic largely has come from the fact that people are now using ChatGPT and Gemini and Perplexity to do searches. They're not using Google searches. So people are seeing a reduction in organic traffic, a reduction in conversion, and an increase in frustration. And so as we continue, it costs us more and more money to acquire these customers. We're not doing a good enough job on the conversion side.